Beyond the marbled halls of Mount Olympus, where gods like Zeus and Athena preside, there lurk deities lesser sung, yet equally captivating in their might and mystique. While tales of Hera's jealousy or Apollo's brilliance might be familiar, Greek mythology is a vast tapestry, interwoven with gods that govern every shadowed corner and hushed whisper of the ancient world. Today, we venture beyond the well-trodden paths, unearthing deities of doom, retribution, and the darker facets of human psyche. Brace yourselves. This is a journey into the heart of the ancient Greek world's enigmatic and often overlooked divinities. Moros, God of Doom. In the vast spectrum of Greek gods, Moros stands as an embodiment of impending doom. Lesser known than his siblings, the Moirai or Fates, Moros represents a destiny that is inescapable. Every being, mortal or immortal, has an unavoidable end or fate, and Moros is its personification. He doesn't discriminate or choose. He merely signifies the end that's destined for all. Born from the goddess Nyx, the night without any male intervention, he's a force even the gods of Olympus cannot control. In ancient texts, Moros is often seen working closely with Thanatos, the god of peaceful death, and the Keres, spirits of violent death, signifying that death or destiny can be peaceful or violent, but it's always inevitable. Damos and Phobos, twin gods of terror and fear. Among the pantheon of Greek gods, Damos and Phobos stand out as formidable forces, not for their benevolence, but for the sheer terror they represent. Both sons of the god of war, Aris, and the goddess of love, Aphrodite, they exemplify the harsh realities of battle. Damos, translating to dread, is the very personification of the terror and anxiety that comes before war. His essence brings a sense of foreboding, making even the bravest warriors question their fate. Contrasting this anticipatory fear, Phobos represents the immediate fear experienced in the heat of battle. His name gives birth to our modern term, phobia. Together, the twins ride into war alongside their father, intensifying the horror of conflict. Their presence on the battlefield not only heightened the stakes, but served as a stark reminder of the emotional toll warfare takes on even the most seasoned fighters. They are a chilling testament to the psychological dimensions of combat. Thanatos, god of peaceful death. Death is an inevitable part of the human journey, and in Greek mythology, this concept was personified by the god Thanatos. Unlike the gods of the underworld, who governed over the souls of the departed, Thanatos represented the actual act of death, the moment when life transitions to the beyond. Far from being depicted as a malevolent entity, Thanatos was often seen as a peaceful figure, bringing a serene end to mortal existence. He was considered a merciful god, ensuring a calm and silent departure from the world of the living. In numerous myths, he is seen as a counterpart to his twin brother, Hypnos, the god of sleep, which speaks to the Greeks' view of death as a form of eternal slumber. Yet while Thanatos was impartial in his duties, his arrival was often resisted by mortals and even gods. Tales of individuals trying to outsmart or delay death abound, emphasizing the inherent human desire to cling to life. But as the Greeks knew all too well, Thanatos' touch was unavoidable, making him one of the most respected and revered deities in their pantheon. Nemesis, the goddess of retribution. In a world where fairness often seems fleeting, the ancient Greeks turned to Nemesis, a deity who ensured that justice was meted out. Representing divine retribution, she pursued those who committed hubris, or extreme arrogance towards the gods, ensuring that balance was maintained in the universe. Nemesis was not motivated by spite or vengeance for personal reasons. Instead, she personified the universe's way of correcting itself. If a mortal received an abundance of good fortune, she might intervene to ensure they didn't become too boastful or neglectful of the gods. Conversely, if someone suffered greatly, she might bestow blessings upon them to balance out their hardships. Interestingly, the concept of Nemesis has found its way into modern language. typically referring to a long-standing rival or adversary. However, the original deity was not about rivalry. She was about justice, equilibrium, and ensuring that no one became too powerful or too downtrodden. Her role was to maintain the cosmic balance, emphasizing the ancient Greek belief in moderation and the inevitable consequences of excess. Lissa, the goddess of rage and frenzy. Among the emotions the ancient Greeks personified into deities, rage stood out as a particularly powerful force embodied by the goddess Lissa. Often depicted as a woman with wild eyes and a snarling mouth, Lissa represents the uncontrollable, destructive side of anger. Her origin and stories are entwined with acts of sudden, explosive violence. It's said that it was Lissa who, under Hera's orders, inflicted Hercules with a bout of madness, causing him to harm his own children. This tale serves as a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences when one succumbs to unbridled fury. While rage might be considered a negative emotion in many contexts, it's worth noting that the Greeks did not entirely demonize Lissa. They recognized that fury, when channeled appropriately, could also be a driving force in battles, allowing warriors to tap into unparalleled strength and courage. Nevertheless, unchecked, it had the potential to lead to unspeakable tragedies. As such, Lissa's tales serve as a warning about the thin line between using anger as motivation and being consumed by it. Mania, the goddess of madness and the dead. The ancient Greeks had a deity for nearly every emotion, and when it came to the darker recesses of the human psyche, Mania stood as a representation. Mania, often associated with the spirits of the dead and the underworld, symbolizes the wild, uncontrollable aspects of madness and insanity. Rooted deep within the underworld, Mania was said to be the mother of spirits called the Mania, which are essentially the spirits of madness, insanity, and crazed frenzy. These spirits were believed to be sent out into the world to infect the minds of mortals, driving them to acts of irrationality and chaos. It's fascinating to think about how the Greeks personified such intense emotions into deities. Mania's presence in mythology underscores the weight and significance the ancients placed on understanding mental states, both as personal experiences and as forces that could shape events in the broader world. In a way, the tales of Mania act as a reminder. While we all have moments of madness, it's essential to recognize, understand, and manage these feelings before they control us. Hecate, the witchcraft weaving goddess of the crossroads. Venture into the night, and you may come across Hecate, the mysterious goddess of magic, witchcraft, and the crossroads. Often depicted with 3 faces or bodies, she is the guardian of thresholds, doorways, and most notably, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead. Hecate is ancient, even by Greek standards. Before her incorporation into the Greek pantheon, she had roots in older cultures and civilizations. In Greek tales, she became associated with nocturnal rituals, guiding souls into the afterlife and holding dominion over ghosts and other supernatural beings. Many a Greek would offer sacrifices at crossroads to gain her favor or protection, especially during the dark nights when her presence felt the most palpable. Although she was not a major deity in the Olympian hierarchy, her role was unique. Hecate serves as a poignant reminder of the unseen realms that exist parallel to our daily lives and the ancient reverence for the mysteries of the night and the unknown. Aris, the goddess of strife and discord. Amid the vast array of deities in Greek mythology, Aris stands out as the embodiment of chaos and discord. While not as celebrated as some of her divine counterparts, her influence has left an indelible mark on ancient stories and conflicts. Daughter of Nyx, the night, Aris is often depicted with a mischievous grin, always ready to sow seeds of discord. Her most notorious deed was the inception of the Trojan War. Aris, uninvited to a grand wedding, spitefully threw a golden apple inscribed with the words, "To the fairest." This act instigated a rivalry between three powerful goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, leading to the legendary war that ravaged Troy. Her character serves as a reminder of the volatile nature of unchecked rivalry and jealousy. While she may not have been worshipped widely, understanding Aris offers insight into the ancient Greek perspective on conflict, strife, and the unpredictable consequences of seemingly minor actions. The tapestry of Greek mythology is vast and intricate, with each deity adding a unique thread to its design. While the likes of Zeus, Athena, and Apollo might dominate the tales, these lesser-known gods hold their own with captivating stories of power, passion, and peril. We've only scratched the surface today. If you're intrigued by these tales of might and mischief, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the enchanting world of mythology. Your journey through the annals of ancient tales is just beginning.